Want to start doing YouTube ads in 2022? Then this tutorial is just for you. What's up, everyone? My name is Svedin, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we discuss all things Google and YouTube advertising and how you can use these amazing, beautiful advertising platforms to grow and scale your business using proven, real, and up-to-date strategies. Now, if you would like to see more of these videos, make sure you smash that subscribe button below so you never miss out on any of my up-and-coming new training videos on the Google and YouTube advertising platform. Now, before I begin, all right, I need to impress upon you the importance of watching this whole video, okay? Now, the reason why I say that is because Google likes to put little traffic traps inside its ad platform. Now, these traffic traps, they will decrease your advertising performance. Now, throughout this whole tutorial, I'll be showing you where these traffic traps are and how to avoid them, thus improving the performance of your advertising. Now, this video does go a little long. It's a bit longer than my normal videos go for. However, I can promise you that if you watch this whole thing, you will know more about how to create successful YouTube advertising campaigns than like 90% of other advertisers out there using the YouTube ads platform, thus allowing you to increase your sales and lower your advertising costs in the long run. So without further delay, without further ado, let's jump in and let's create some YouTube campaigns. Okay, so this is inside our Titan Marketer account. Now, this part of the video will be kind of similar to setting up your Google search ads in a way, kind of. Now, if you haven't seen our tutorial for 2022 on how to set up Google search ads, click on the link up here somewhere, and that will take you to our 2022 Google Ads tutorial. Now, what you want to do before you start running Google YouTube ads is you need to have a Google Ads account. Now, if you don't have a Google Ads account, go ahead and set that up. It literally takes like 5 minutes to do. Get that set up. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to make sure you have your billing taken care of. So fill in your billing section, okay? You need to have your conversion tracking set up, all right? It has to be set up for this, particularly if we're gonna be driving conversions from YouTube ads, needs to be set up. Now, there are 100 different ways of doing this, some of it are other ways. If the idea of adding code to your website and analytics and all that stuff just gives you, a brain freeze, we can do that for you if you want. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. Just zip us an email at our support email, which is support@titanmarketer.com. I'll stick it in the description below with basically on the subject line to say, hey, need conversion help. We can jump on a call, get access to what we need, and then we can do it for you. So there is that option there for you if you need help with your conversion tracking. Now, the next thing you want to do is make sure you have linked your YouTube account to your Google Ads account. Now, the reason why you want to do this, you don't have to do this, but I highly recommend it. The reason why you want to do this is because you can advertise to people who have watched your videos, who have watched your ads, who have subscribed to your YouTube channel. You can remarket to these warm audiences, and it's super, super profitable. It's way more profitable than just going out to a cold audience, some interest-based audience, or whatever it may be. Okay, so you need to make sure that you link your YouTube account to your Google Ads account. Now, the way to do that is you come into Tools and Settings, and you click on Linked Accounts. Before I go into this, you need to make sure that you are in expert mode. Now, if this is a brand new ad account, Google will put you by default in smart mode. Smart mode sucks. Don't ever use smart mode. It's not very smart. We want to be using expert mode. So usually I think here it's here on the top right hand side. It'll say something about switch to expert mode. Okay. You'll want to switch to expert mode. All right. Don't ever use smart mode. Okay. So to link your YouTube channel to your Google Ad account, go to Tools and Settings. Under the Setup column, you want to come down to Linked Accounts. Click on Linked Accounts. It'll load. And then what you want to do is it'll be down here from Google. Okay. Your YouTube, Manage and Link. And then as you can see here, we have our Titan Marketer YouTube channel. This one's a different channel that we haven't used for some reason. I want to link to it, but whatever. So yeah, you want to make sure you link it. And so what you can do is hit the add button here, type in the URL, and then hit submit or link, whatever it may be. Oh yeah, no, that's not it. Okay, so just type it in there with what the URL is, and a button should come out that says submit or something like that, and then boom, it'll link it to that particular account. Very simple to do, very easy, takes half a second. All right, so let's jump back over to our ads account. Okay, so let's dive right in creating a campaign for some YouTube ads. So we're gonna come in here, hit new campaign. Okay, so it'll say here, choose your objectives. Now, normally what I do is I always choose create campaign without goal guidance, basically because I know what I'm doing. I don't need Google to tell me what to do or making recommendations to me, because a lot of times, many of the recommendations will be useless and they just suck money out of your pocket. And what I'll do is I will set up a video for the YouTube recommendations, which ones are good, which ones are bad, and that will be in a link up here somewhere. So click on create goal guidance without goal guidance. Now, obviously, we'll be doing a video. Okay, so we're doing YouTube. All right, so click on video. Now, there are a number of things. There are only a couple options here that I normally use. Okay, so there's custom video campaign and there's drive conversions. Now, I want to show you the difference. It's easier to show you rather than tell you. So with custom video campaigns, you only have certain bidding options. Okay, so I'll show you one, then I'll show you drive conversions. Now, with custom video campaign, you can only choose maximum CPV and target CPM. Now, maximum CPV is how much you're willing to pay per view. Now, a view on Google Ads or Google YouTube Ads is anyone that has basically viewed or watched either your whole ad or at least 30 seconds of your ad, or someone who's interacted, clicked on your ad. Okay, that's considered a view. Now, I'm willing to say, okay, I'm only willing to pay 10 cents a view, 5 cents a view. Okay, in most cases, depending on what niche you're in, it'd probably be like 1 cent a view. We have some clients, some musician clients, actually all of our musician clients, actually, they only pay 1 cent per view. Okay, so that's maximum CPV. Target CPM is basically how much you want to pay per 1,000 impressions. Okay, I haven't really seen much success with target CPM in comparison to maximum CPV. With maximum CPV, with these type of campaigns, we only run them when we're testing audiences and when we're testing ads. Okay, once we have proven audience and proven ads, we then take those and we swap over to a drive conversions bid strategy. Okay, which is what we'll do right now. We'll quickly go back to here. Okay, now drive conversions. Now, drive conversions, you really only want to use this once you've had tested audiences and you've tested a bunch of ads. Okay. Now, what I'll do is I will I'll create another video about how to create a good YouTube ad, and that will be the link up here, somewhere up here. Alrighty then. So, drive conversions, right? Now, if you've set up your conversions inside your ad account, this here will show up. Now, normally in our case, you want to submit a lead form or a page view. So like they view a thank you page or whatever it may be. Okay. All the other ones I remove because I don't really want, and in our case, it's usually a lead form. So I remove everything else, depending on what page is being viewed, but that's not active, so we'll remove that. Remove. Okay, so submit lead form. Okay, so this is the type of conversion goal that Google will optimize for. Okay, this is really, really important. All right. So, and then if you have other goals, you can add other goals here. So if you have like custom goals, custom conversions inside your Google Ads account, you can use these ones here. So for example, 2-week trial, okay, I can use that one as well. Okay, I probably use that one more than I'll probably use this one, if I'm being honest. Okay, so then you hit continue. Again, you have to have your conversion set up or you can't really use this particular bid strategy. So hit continue. All right. So now we're jumping into more of the meat of the burger here. So name your campaign. Okay. Everyone has their own naming conventions. With ours, I'm going to put T Amplified Marketer, and then I'll put V for video. I'll put the company. So if it's like a client of ours, maybe I'll put the business name. So, just say I was running a coaching business for a cricket coach, right? So say cricket domination training or whatever. Okay. So the name of the company, and it's a video ad. Okay. And then the audience. Okay. I could put the audience. So just I would put, people in, I don't know, India, because I love cricket, India. And then maybe the age is 35. I'm going to say 35 to 60 parents. Okay, and then the date, which will be today's date. So that's today, 21st of the 12th, 2021. Okay. Now, once you've done your naming convention, then you come here and you can pick target CPA, maximum conversion. Target CPA is fantastic, but you need a fair bit of data on your account before you can switch over that. So this is target CPA is like the big brother of, the big boys playground, whereas maximize conversions like, the beginner playground. So you want to have a number of conversions on your account before you swap over target CPA. And target CPA basically means how much you want to pay per acquisition. Okay, so cost per acquisition. So if I know that my cost per lead is say $35, then I'll choose target CPA and I'll choose $35. And what happens, and I can slowly drop that down to say $30. Okay, so what's happening is over time Google is working its magic, using its AI, it's learning, and it's going to get me some better results. You can't go too low because it starts stuffing things up, but you can get some really, really fantastic results if this is done properly and you're using target CPA at the right time. But if this is basically the first time you dabbling with YouTube ads or Google ads in general, maximize conversion is where you want to play. Daily budget. Now you want to have some budget with this. Okay, this is something that you're going to spend $10 a day, $20 a day. Okay, if you want to have at least 3 times. Okay, 3 times how much. So 3 times what your cost per acquisition is. So just say your cost per acquisition is $20. Okay, you want to have at least $60 in play. Okay, every day for this to work properly. Okay, because this will give you Google some wiggle room. All right, so make sure that if you're going to do YouTube ads, you do it properly. Otherwise, you're going to waste your money. Now, networks. Okay. Unfortunately, we used to be able to just pick YouTube videos. Okay. But what Google has done, which has really ticked me off, was they've come in and they said, no, we're just going to force you to go across display network and YouTube videos and on the search results. Okay. Now, luckily for the search results, it's only for like, you're not really going to show up too much with like skippable in-stream ads, not so much. On display network, you just need to keep track. So every day, just go in, it literally takes like 10 minutes. Go in, have a look, see where your placements are, and exclude anything that may be on the display network. Okay. Now, locations. Okay, locations is really important. Obviously, depending on what your niche is, depending on what you're selling, you can do global, you can do national, you can do more local. So if you want to do more local, click on enter another location, click on advanced search. Okay, and what you can do is you come in here and let me just type in Orlando. Okay, Orlando, Florida. Right, boom, you just target Orlando. Okay, or just say you want to target a radius around Orlando. So let's say I'm a local electrical business, whatever, or coaching business in Florida, in Orlando. I want to do 10-mile radius around Orlando. Target, boom, 10-mile radius around Orlando. Okay, or normally I have pin here, but they don't have pin here. They must only have that for search. So yeah, so that's kind of how you can do your targeting. Or I can just say locations, and I'll just do Florida. Target, and boom, I target the whole state of Florida. Okay, so that's how the target location works. Hit save. And languages, obviously, if you're in an English-speaking country, okay, pick English. Whatever the native language is, what are the main spoken languages in your area, pick that language. Now, content for an exclusion. So there's standard image. This is basically, kind of a censoring. So, I don't want my ads to show up on, like vulgar content, that kind of thing. So I can be very limited. I can be standard or I can be expanded. Normally, honestly, I just stick with standard inventory and that's it. Now, what you do want to do here is under exclude types and labels, come under here, get rid of live stream, get rid of embedded YouTube videos. Embedded YouTube videos are basically YouTube videos that are on other people's websites. Okay. I don't really want to be on other people's websites. I want to be on YouTube. Because that's where people are. Right. So pick that, kind of level. Yep. And that's really about it. That's really about it for types and labels. Now you can do site link extensions. These are actually really cool. These are pretty cool. So like if you're on a mobile phone and your ad pops up, underneath your ad, it'll show like your different site links to your website. So if you have like a testimonials page or a case studies page or a contact us, about us, or whatever, more information page, whatever it may be, okay, you can pick those. Okay, so the confirmation, about us, for example, marketing strategy call, okay. And these will show up underneath your ad. It's pretty cool. How does the preview work? Oh yeah, here we go. Boom. This is what it looks like. Okay. I think it does it on mobile. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh no, that's different. Yeah. So on mobile. So this is on mobile. So this is where your ad will be. Okay, and it shows up under here. Okay. Really cool. I highly recommend doing that. Highly recommend doing that. So, yep, those are your site links. Let's see what's additional settings. Okay, so now devices. Now, you only want to show on specific devices. Don't show up on TV screens because it's very difficult to hit skip on a TV screen. You can show up on tablets. Tablets are fine. Now, with mobile phones. Now, mobile phones are great to show up on, but the only problem with showing up on mobile phones is that you get a lot of kids, man. You get a lot of kids clicking, so they actually click on your ad and you just paid for that. Many cases, sometimes some of our clicks cost like $9, $6. And if you have a bunch of kids clicking on your ads, it can be very difficult. So what you want to do is test it out. So if you have a bit of a limited budget, I would remove mobile phones. I would remove tablets. I would just focus on computers. Okay, because you're less likely to get a child accidentally clicking on your ad. Okay, but if you got a bit of money to play around with, if you're not too fussed, yeah, pick mobile phones and tablets. I would take TV screens off because again, it's hard to skip ads on TV screens. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you to test as you will. Now, frequency capping. This is really important as well. So what I normally do is per day I will show my ad to someone anywhere between 2 to 3 times. Okay, so let's say 3 times a day. Okay, so my ad only shows 3 times a day. Now I do have a view frequency as well. Okay, so this is how sometimes people have viewed. This is where you pay. You pay per view, right? With YouTube ads. Okay, if you set it up, the way I'm telling you how to. So per week, I'm gonna do per week. Okay, so if someone hasn't viewed, so I'm gonna do like 3 views per week, maybe even 2 views per week. Okay, 2 to 3 views per week. Okay, so they see your ads 3 times a day, but they may not view it. They may not click on it. All right. So what you can do is you can say, look, if I only want to, I only want someone to view my ad twice a week. Okay, they can see it 3 times a day, but they will only view it twice a week. Okay, now remember, a view is anyone that's watched 30 seconds of your ad, watched the whole ad, or clicked on the ad. Okay, so make sure you have these caps in place. It's going to save you a lot of money. And it'll help you get out to it'll help you get out to more people. Okay. Now, obviously, ad schedule, if you want to have your ads run at certain times on certain days, this is where you can do that. Normally, I just run my ads 24/7. Third-party measurements, don't really mess with it. Now, ad group name is who your audience is. Okay, so I just put, parents 35 to 50, 60, whatever. Okay, in India. Okay. Actually, we're in Florida, aren't we? Or whatever. But you know what I mean. Okay, that's your ad group. Now, obviously, you can name your ad group whatever you want. This just helps me to know what audience I'm targeting with this particular ad group. Now, demographics. Okay, this is really cool. Come in here. All right, if you know who your target audience is, you can come in here. You can check it out. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, pick your household income, parental status, ages, and then your gender. Now, audience segmentation. Okay, this is really, really cool. So you can create your own custom audiences in this, but that'll have to be for another video. Now, what we want to do here is generally what we're going to do is you're going to go off of interest and detail demographics. Okay, so this is what people are interested in, right? So obviously, I'm with a marketing agency, and it's going to Google knows this. It's going to show me people who are, who are kind of would be interested in marketing services, like people who are web design or people who are looking for CRM, customer relation management solutions, business services, that type of thing, right? So I come in here and I can click what Google thinks. Okay, I normally they're pretty good. Or I come in and I can choose my own, right? So you have in-market segments. Okay, in-market segments are people who are looking for a solution. They're looking for an answer to a question, looking for a solution to a problem. Okay, so these are people who are in market for baby stuff, for auto vehicles, for clothing, for what we got, personal beauty care, business services. Like there's a whole slew of things here, right? Now, life events. Okay, They just created a business. They just graduated college. They just got married, or they're getting married. They just purchased a home, or they're retiring, or they're moving, or whatever it may be. Okay, so these are real. So if you have a product or service, that can target some of these people, right? This is a really, really fantastic way of getting in front of the right people at the right time. Okay, because Google knows what they're looking for. Google knows what they're doing. Google knows everything. So that's live events, and then you have more detailed demographics. Okay, where you get a bit more, the education, marital status, which I think we've kind of already gone up, but unemployment. Okay, home ownership status, they're homeowners, they're renters. Okay, and then we have affinity segments. Now, affinity segments are interest-based audiences. Okay, so it's an audience based around a particular interest. Okay, so if we click on here, so people who are interested in beauty, people who are interested in banking, finance, right? And you can dive deeper down to these things, right? So you open up here, okay, beauty mavens, frequency visits salons. Let's see what's the bigger ones. News and politics, sports and fitness. So they even break it down even more. So if health and fitness buffs, break it down even more. Weightlifters, yoga lovers. Okay. So you can get really, really in depth with some of this targeting that YouTube offers. Okay. So you can choose, or you can just go completely broad and have no targeting. Okay. Entirely up to you, but you should know who your target market is, where you're going to find them. And obviously, they're probably going to end up on YouTube. I mean, almost everyone ends up on YouTube. Now, optimized targeting, okay, that's kind of already set on automatically. I haven't had any issues with having it on. I haven't seen any detriment to my campaigns, to my my CPAs. I haven't had any issues with it, so I wouldn't worry too much about optimized targeting. In advanced settings, okay, now this is where you put placements. Now I will do another video on how to put your ads on specific videos and specific YouTube channels, and that'll be a link up here somewhere. But this is where you do that, okay? So placements, okay? This is where you put in, where to place your video, your ad, if you want to specifically do that, okay? In which case, if you do placements, okay, you probably want, you may not need some of these audience segments, okay? Because this is all layering. So I choose here, and if I choose down here, it's going to be, people who are in this, and they're in this audience, and they're looking at these placements. Okay, it's not an or. It's not people who are in here, or they're in here, or they're in here. It's an and. So they're in these demographics, and they're in this audience, and they're in this. They watch these type of placements. Okay, so be careful when you're choosing multiple ones. What you want to do is, if you want to choose multiple targeting options, have multiple campaigns. So you're testing multiple campaigns, okay, or have multiple ad groups. Okay, so you can have 2 or 3 different ad groups inside your campaign, and you'll be able to tell which audience will do better, which ad group does better. So just be aware of that. And then this is where you put your YouTube video. So what I'll do is, let me just go and I'll grab a YouTube video and I'll pop it on here. All right, and then once you have your YouTube video, you just click on here, go to your channel, click on it. Now this is obviously for Buccaneers Week 15 highlights because I love football, but this could be your ad. So just say this is your ad from your channel. Okay, you put in your final URL, which could be NFL.com. Display path. Okay, you could if you're selling coaching services, so coaching service, and you have your call to action. So you can type your own call to action, or Google will show you a few more. So normally learn more, book now, enroll now, that sort of thing. Learn more works pretty well. And then you have your headlines. So you can headline, become amazing. Okay. And then you have your long headline. Let me just do example, long headline, example, description. Okay. Now you want to make sure that these are compelling copy. Okay. So what happens here is Google will then show you what each looks like. Okay. So this is in mobile, right? So this is an in-feed video ad on YouTube. And this is an in-stream ad on YouTube. Okay. So this is when, skip ad comes up. Okay. And then you can click on here and it shows you what it looks like with skippable in-stream ad there. And I'll just show another one. No, doesn't show another one. That's it. No, okay. Yeah. So that's what it looks like with desktop. And that's what it looks like 2 versions with mobile devices. Okay. Then you have these banners right here. Okay. These are companion banners, right? And they pop up on like the top right-hand side. Let me see if I can find one real quick, actually. Hold on. Let me just, what I'll do, I'll click on here, load this. And what happens, see, so this is the ad right here, okay? And see, this is the companion ad. This is the companion banner ad, okay? So you can load one of those up. Move my face. So yeah, so that's how you basically do your ad, okay? Now you can have an auto-generated one, which works fine, or you can create your own, which I recommend. And then you just name your ad. So just put NFL ad, okay? And then you hit create campaign, and then boom, you create a campaign. I want to create a campaign, and this one because it's an account that I'm actually using. But once you create a campaign, it takes maybe an hour, 2 hours for it to be approved. If it doesn't get approved, Google will usually tell you why it wasn't approved. Like they're pretty specific on why it wasn't approved. And you're off to the races. So guys, look, I hope you guys found value out of this tutorial. Again, if you guys are interested in working with us, Type Marketer, please, just click on the link below. We do offer a 2 free week management strategy for our Google search ads side of the business. And we do also offer other services as well for YouTube, for display, all sorts. But the link will be in the description below. And please like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any other trainings that will be coming out in 2022. Google's making a lot of changes coming up, and you really don't want to be caught out, not knowing what's happening and having your ads approved or spending more money on your advertising than you really need to. So if you subscribe to the channel, then you will, we'll have tons of training coming out for you guys to learn from, to use. Anyways, have a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video.